Hello, my darlings. I hope you all are well. Look, we missed an absolute crap fest yesterday. Not an hour after we got off the live yesterday, news dropped that apparently Harry and Meghan are going back to the UK. Yes, the two morons who claimed that they were on a freedom flight, the two idiots who went around and called the royal family racist. I mean, there's a reason why Camilla came out yesterday and there was all that fury about how she's opening up about the king's cancer, only for this nonsense to drop, right? These two morons want us to forget what they said. And let me just start with that right here, okay?
Guidance as well, right? There were certain things that you couldn't do, but unlike what you see in the movies, there's no class on how to speak, how to cross your legs, how to be royal.
This stupid idiot right here. The fact that not a lot of people caught on to what Meghan said here was that Meghan thought that being a royal member was like in the movies, in the shows that she used to watch and still watches, because we all know she watches The Little Mermaid at her big ass age of 50, right? I mean, I don't know any adults who are watching Disney movies unless you're one of those awkward and strange Disney adults who are a little bit on the creepy side to me, in my opinion here. But listen to what this idiot says. She goes, "It's not like in the movies." Well, no shit, you dummy. The royal family, this is real life. This is reality. It's not like the Princess Diaries, okay? It's not like you're Anne Hathaway. And when people did try and teach you, you didn't listen. Really? Someone had to teach you how to hold a spoon or how to cross your legs? Because you always had your legs wide open during your Soho House days, right? You had to have someone to teach you how to cross your legs, if only because yours are always spread wide and sloppy for everyone around you.
As well, right? There were certain things that you couldn't do, but unlike what you see in the movies, there's no class on how to speak, how to cross your legs, how to be royal.
Oh, shut up, you idiot. Shut up. I mean, this is, I just want to play the receipts real quick here, because we remember. I want to show everyone what these two dumbasses did when they thought that they were bigger than the royal family, when they thought that they could be bigger stars than the royal members, right? They went off to America. Harry followed Meghan like the turd that he is. And what happened? They failed at every turn. They burned every single bridge. They were snooty to everyone around them, and nobody likes them. Nobody wants to have anything to do with them. Meghan sunk all their money into As Never and security bullshit and PR for herself that, you know what? There's no money for them. If Sunshine Sachs couldn't make you famous, if what is that? WME couldn't make you famous. If your own father, who had connections in the industry, couldn't get you any help, well, guess what? You are the problem, Meghan. You are the problem. KMC, my darling, thank you for the 10 jewels. Thank you again for another 10 jewels. And John, my love, says, Molly, our love, Katie and Christine, Frank, the Wonder Beagle, sends treats to Monster and candy for our Molly. Thank you, because this girl is hitting the candy hard today, okay? I am knee deep in the candy bag, and we just need to get into this, because you know what, Charles, you really are pissing all over your reign, aren't you? You truly are showing everyone that you are a spineless coward who can't even, reign your own kingdom. You can't even be a monarch. Let's be completely honest. You helped the fact that Harry and that whole story about popping a little white pill into random women's mouths, like Charlotte Griffiths had said, you got that wiped off every single media outlet. You made sure nobody spoke about your darling boy popping random white pills in women's mouths. Let's keep it 100. That is a total Harvey Weinstein situation. I want to know how many women Harry popped white pills into their mouths for them to later pass out and not remember what happened the next day. We all remember Club H that Charles set up for Harry at his own estate, a soundproof room with state-of-the-art DJ equipment, everything he wanted. And guess what? nobody would know what happened in there. I can only imagine the nasty things that Harry got up to. And we all thought Andrew was horrible. I mean, Andrew is horrible, but I bet you Harry has done shit that Andrew would look like a saint compared to him. I mean, yeah, the dinner party they won't be invited at will be at Lord Chumley's. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he'll probably try and throw women in their outfits into the pool again, like he did with Lord Beaufort, or I forget how to say his last name. Damn it. But this is wild to me that Charles is, just sticking his head in the sand and allowing this narrative to go on. I don't know if Harry and Meghan are actually going to go back to the UK. Who knows? But the fact that this is out there and it's been making the rounds and nothing has been said by Charles, well, it makes me wonder that there is some truth to it, right? Makes me wonder if there is some truth. And I'm just wondering for a second here, where are all the King Charles supporters who were calling everyone out for being Charles haters, for just speaking the truth about him and his treacherous ways, saying that he cannot be trusted? I feel like this is a spiritual and personal attack on William and Catherine. Camilla and Charles hate the fact that the public and everyone around the world absolutely adore William and Catherine. Okay? So why not bring the two miscreants back like he brought Sarah Ferguson back right away the moment the Queen kicked the bucket, just to be a pain in the ass of William and Catherine, to constantly try and overshadow their good charity work and the work that they are doing. You see, William is constantly doing things to better the monarchy while Charles is taking a big old crap all over it. Okay? That's what they're doing. That is totally what is happening right now. Since he doesn't defend the church anymore, I think KC is preparing to meet his promised virgins. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to say. We left those creators. I mean, those creators who claim that King Charles is the greatest and that there are teams and you need to pick a side. Like, we all know who we're talking about, concubines. But seriously, where are those people now? What do they got to say about this? We were right. Let me say, first of all, okay, shout out and credit must go to TRG, the Royal Grift, okay? I know that a lot of these reporters, these royal reporters like Richard Eden is trying to come out and say, I told you guys this a while back ago that this was going to happen. Harry and Meghan are going to come back. Well, no, actually, TRG has been saying it long before you guys have even started jumping on the bandwagon and claiming that they were going to come back. She's been saying it years ago. So, you know what? Credit, and I will always give credit where credit is due. Good on you, TRG, for calling a spade from the very beginning. You knew that these two idiots were coming back, and you called it out. You were called crazy. People didn't believe you. People thought you were a conspiracy theorist at times, but you know what? When you're right, and my hat's off to you, darling. You were on the mark with this one. And this is wild to me that Charles is actually allowing this. Let me remind you all about who else has been on fire. Shauna from Vintage Reads has also been on fire lately. She's been getting a lot of hate, a lot of flack too, from certain concubines claiming that she is wrong. But nope, looks like she is completely right about what she was saying.
As king, he dragged his feet when it came to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. And many people are forgetting how much he dragged his feet on that in the face of
Can I just say that Charles didn't do anything about, I just wanted to take that wasn't exactly the nicest little pause there for Shauna, but I just wanted to say that Charles didn't take any action with Andrew until he started getting heckled in public, until he started getting yelled at, until that one day when that guy in the crowd yelled, "How does it feel to be protecting a pedophile like Andrew?" And then the next day he did something, right? That's when he did something. So I almost wonder, Does Charles need to get yelled at in public? Does Charles need to get tomatoes thrown at him, be called a lousy king for desecrating and destroying the monarchy by putting it into complete shambles before we get a Prince William, a King William? And yeah, Wally was on the mark too. Wally was completely on the mark with the whole moon bump thing. I know how a lot of people are like trying to claim that they talked about the moon bump first. Bullshit. No, you didn't. Wally was the first person who spoke about the moon bump. Okay. Shut up. I hate these individuals who try and come out, especially when you get some male creators who say that I was the first to bring up the moon bump. Oh, shut up. No, you weren't. Okay. No, you did not. And I have no problem saying that. Maybe some people don't like me because, you know what, Mole, you call out at people or you say it how it is. No, but you know what? The credit needs to go where it needs to go. And Wally was the main person who brought up the moon bump. TRG was the first person to bring up how Harry and Meghan were trying to destroy freedom of speech in America for Americans, and the fact that they were still being funded by Charles. They're still being I've always said that Charles is still taking care of their security. And many people said, no, Mole, I think you're right. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong about that. No. The fact that Charles was still paying for Andrew's security. He's still paying for Andrew to this day. He's paying for Fergie to stay in a nice little chalet that cost over $2,500 per, 2,500 pounds per night in the Alps. Like, really? Can we not all see who Charles is? He is a backstabbing flip-flopper, just like Harry. When we look at Harry, you got Charles, okay? But let me continue on with what Shauna was saying. Let me rewind it from the back, and then I'll just shut up so we can hear what she says, because she is just on fire lately.
As king, he dragged his feet when it came to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. And many people are forgetting how much he dragged his feet on that in the face of compelling evidence. And if your outrage dims in that area, I want you to think about the time he forced, by instruction, Prince William and Catherine to drive the pervy prince to church, knowing that it was a photo op.
Oh, you know how much that pissed me off when Charles made William and Catherine drive with Andrew to church. We all remember that photo. Remember, he also did it to the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, also to Sophie and Edward. They had to take Andrew to church. But guess who's never done it? We've never seen Charles and Camilla have Andrew in the back of their vehicles with him. We've never seen that at all. But guess what? You know what happened the other day? Charles and Camilla were leaving church in separate vehicles. Now, I bet you $1 million, had that happened to William and Catherine, every single outlet would be on fire, claiming that they are separating, they are splitting up. Charles is just burning down the monarchy right now. I'm not even going to call him Charles anymore, because we all know that he is not a defender of the Christian faith. He is, let me call him Imam Charles Muhammad, blah, 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 blah. How about that? That's his name, okay? Because clearly Charles loves no-toeing to the extremists and the weirdos. And just, I know I said I wouldn't pause, Shauna, but let me go.
Now, this was in his stage of actively trying to rehabilitate Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. And don't forget, he was very aware of what was coming down the pike.
Yeah.
Because at that point, he was king. And to suggest he wasn't fully aware of what was going to be dumped in the Epstein files is, a bit of a stretch.
Bravo, Shauna. Bravo. If I could like her videos 1,000,000 times over, I definitely would. Charles knows what's going on. If anyone wants to claim that Charles doesn't know what's going on, I've got some oceanfront property on a beautiful hill in Siberia to sell to you, okay? Anyone who thinks that Charles was blindsided by the news of Harry and Meghan saying that they're going to come back, bullshit. He knew. Charles wasn't blindsided. He's been helping them. And you know why I know he's been helping them? Have many of you all forgotten? I know you guys who are here listening, many have forgotten this. I mean, come on. This should have given everything away. This should have told you everything that Charles was involved. Casey knew. Mr. Mohammed Monarch. That's a good one, Maureen. I love that. I mean, Robin says, what happened to loyalty to the people and his country? Loyalty to the UK people and the country died the day the Queen died. I hate to say it, but I feel like the day the Queen died, that's when the monarchy died as well. I like, just look at what Charles has done. He will go down in history as probably one of the worst kings ever, one of the worst monarchs. I mean, if you want to destroy the monarchy, hey, Charles is doing a fantastic job on it by keeping his head in the sand and not handling anything. Nancy Copeland says, hey, Molly, I wanted to apologize for calling you out and swearing so much a few weeks ago. Girl, it's all good. No worries. It's all good. Sometimes it just happens. Okay. It just happens. I'm a forgiving person. It's all good. Thank you. Thank you for apologizing though. That's very big of you. And Rian McNeil says, for 10 jewels. Thank you. Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much. I mean, that's Mohammedi Charles monarch Imam Hatara doesn't give a flying fig about the UK people. That should be very, very obvious by now. How do you allow an absolute treacherous POS like Harry back after everything he has done? He went to the UK, talked shit about the entire royal family, wrote an entire book about the royal family talking shit, put them in harm's way, right? By releasing information about their homes that we didn't know before. And the fact that many people are saying, and many of these stupid so-called royal reporters are claiming that, you know what, William and Catherine need to be ready to forgive. Respectfully to all of those who are saying that, please get fucked, okay? I don't know in what world y'all live in where William and Catherine need to forgive two toxic pieces of garbage who made their lives an absolute misery and caused a bunch of security threats to their children, okay? I 100% believe that Meghan Markle was the cause of Catherine's cancer because stress and drama and nonstop bullshit does get like cancer to explode in your body. Everyone has the cancer cell in their body. It just depends on what happens in your life to make it flare up and make it explode. I just feel like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. I don't know. What are you guys saying? It's so destructive to the monarchy. It definitely is. It definitely is. Celine says, I can't believe the amount of people who even like Charles and his wife to this day. I felt crazy for a while for not liking them at all. No, I've never liked the two, okay? I've never liked the two. And I always say, go with your gut. Never allow anyone to try and change what your gut is telling you. Reagan says, Uncle alert. And thank you, my darling, says stay hydrated. Yeah, my first word was crocodile, if you know what I'm talking about. Actually, it was Grandma Diana. And stay safe. I think we're all pretty much disgusted with this shit that is going on with the royal family. I mean, if you want to make the royal family look like garbage, then hell, welcome back Harry and Meghan, right? The two that were claiming that the royals are racist. I love pointing out receipts, okay? I love bringing back their words to remind people what they've been saying. So this is a little compilation that I made a while back ago. So let me just refresh your memory with this, okay?
It's not new to see this undercurrent of racism and certainly unconscious bias.
If they can compare what the experience that I went through was similar to what has been shared with us. Kate was called Waity Katie, waiting to marry William. While I imagine that was really hard, and I do, I can't.
You dumb old bitch. Hold on a second. What did I just do here? You dumb old bitch. What are you talking about? You're a 40-year-old woman who is pretending to be like a little demure concubine. You are nothing but a yacht girl, a failure in the acting industry who could never make it into Hollywood. And you married a stupid idiot like Harry, thinking that you were Queen Turd of Bubbletown. I mean, look at this moron.
Katie waiting to marry William, while I imagine that was really hard, and I do, I can't picture what that felt like. This is not the same. And if a member of his family will comfortably say, we've all had to deal with things that are rude. Rude and racist are not the same. Rude and racist are not the same. Rude and racist are not the same.
You accuse members of your family of racism. You don't even, well,
the British press said that.
Right.
Did Meghan ever mention they're racist?
Yeah, she mentioned Archie's skin color, you dumbass. I mean, the fact that this snake is being allowed to come back to the UK, go away. We don't even want you in the UK. Nobody does. Go off to like Chunga Changa, like you said. Go off to some little country in Africa where we will not know where you are. We don't want to know where you are. Go away. Go to Namibia. Go somewhere. Leave the UK people alone, you little leech, okay?
She said there were troubling comments about
there was concern about his skin color.
Right. Wouldn't you describe that as essentially racist?
Rude and racist are not the same.
Undercurrent of racism and certainly unconscious bias.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I want to also remind you all, because I've always said that this whole like racism nonsense against the royal family was, you know, a plot that was spun from Doria Ragland. Okay. And let me just show you something, because now that this news has come out, look at what the feral cat has dragged out of the dumpster bin. Of course, Doria Ragland just happens to be seen today of all days looking hefty, looking 50 pounds heavier, looking like a disheveled little wiener. I mean, this woman, what the hell is this? Seriously. She's doing the old Thomas Markle move where let me get caught by Backgrid and sell the pictures to TMZ here. Ugh, God. Blech, blech. Sorry, I just had to puke here. But maybe Doria, let me refresh your memory here also. Maybe Doria is looking for another allowance from Charles to get some more tacky tattoos on her arm, because as it was written in Royals at War, that right here, that Doria Ragland was getting an allowance. For what? We will never know. We will never know. And these are things like, why was Doria getting an allowance in the first place? She wasn't doing anything for the royals. Could you imagine if the Middleton family were given an allowance ever? There would be outrage, constant outrage, constant. Look at this thing. What a hefty, ugh, God. You could almost roll her down the hill if you tucked her down. But look at the difference here. Geez, Doria. Living off that royal family money really made you gain the weight, you hefty bin bag. Look at what she had to say here, because I will always believe that Doria was the facilitator behind accusing the royal families of racism. We don't know why she was getting an allowance, but it was in the book that Doria was getting an allowance. What for?
I said to her,
because it didn't. You always pretended like you were a white girl. You always would claim that you were Caucasian. Holy shit, look at this side profile. You could smack your whole hand up across that forehead of hers. That is like the ski jump of never do a side profile ever, Meghan. Please, ever. Yikes.
I genuinely didn't think about it.
Within that first week that it became public knowledge, first story was Harry's new girl, almost in brackets, straight out of Compton.
Okay, this keeps pissing me off because Omid Scobie made sure to say this too. Hold on, let me pull this up. Let me pull it up. I'm going to pull up that article because this has been brought up and I've spoken about this and this is pissing me right the hell off. Where is the article, the original article here. Meghan Markle, straight out of Compton, November 2016. So that issue of the Daily Mail, let me pull it up here. So that article in 2016 that was written, is this it? It was written by two Americans for the Daily Mail in LA. Okay. It was written by two American individuals. It wasn't written by, here, let me see. Here we go. Found it. I knew I could find it. Open image right here. I always come with receipts. I always come with receipts for you guys, but look at this. So let me make this a little bit larger. So exclusive, Harry's girl is almost straight out of Compton. Ruth Stiles in Los Angeles for Daily Mail. They always like to spin this and claim, oh, it was the UK press that wrote it. It was no, you dumbass. It was a Daily Mail reporter located in LA. And if you guys remember when Meghan Markle was recording her Archetypes podcast, she was taken aback when Serena Williams told her that she was born in Compton. She was also taken aback to find out by Serena that guess what? Kevin Costner was born in Compton. Yes, white people are born in Compton. I mean, like Delilah is saying here, of course, how many British people know what Compton is? Exactly, they don't. But this was always to run the race narrative in the stateside. That's what it was here for. I mean, this is, you know what? The king is obviously not thinking because he was jealous of Diana's popularity. He is jealous of his son's popularity being William, and he's jealous of Catherine's popularity. So if the king has to put William and Catherine in danger to make himself feel better, bet your sweet bottom he is going to do that for sure. That's what he's going to do. Okay? This is absolutely crazy to me. Let me go back to what Doria was saying here. Okay? Because there's another clip too that I have to show you.
I was like, whoa.
Well, firstly, I'm just not from Compton. I've never lived in Compton.
She's so disgusted. Like, I'm not from Compton. I've never lived in Compton. Yikes, Meghan. Your racism is showing. I see this. This is so funny. Okay. Look at all of the paparazzi that are swarming Diana, Sarah Ferguson, and Catherine. Okay. And then you get the lonely image of Meghan and no one around her. Like,
So why should
your girlfriend didn't go through because nobody cared, which is why she kept calling the paps herself. We never saw Catherine take a pap walk in front of Daily Mail offices like Meghan had to. Right? I mean,
to be treated any differently? Why should you?
Look, this was pre-Harry. This was pre-Harry. She wasn't even with Harry at this time.
Special.
And look, all alone, pre-Harry. Again, not with Harry. This was like when she was banging Cordy or something, right? This wasn't when she was dating Harry.
Why should she be protected? And I said the difference here is the race element.
Oh, shut up, you idiot. What race element? What race element? You probably didn't even know she was black until she told you or you saw Doria. Meghan said she didn't know who he was. But I thought she didn't know who he was at all. I thought Meghan told Oprah, I didn't know who he was. I didn't Google him. Who's a royal family? And Harry was the only idiot who fell for it. I bet you the minute Meghan told Doria, I'm dating Prince Harry, in Doria's mind, you could hear the cash register jingle. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm going to be swimming in the money now. That's probably what she was. Shut up, you dork. Shut up. Oh my God, nobody can know. Shut up. That's why Meghan made sure to drop hints on all over her Instagram about it, right? Right? I mean, I'm so disgusted by all of this. Yeah, to me, you're right. Meghan was posting stuff about England on her Instagram pre-Harry and said she loves British men to Esquire magazine. Yeah, Yeah. She even had a post up about how she loved being called dear and love so much in the, like, come on. Everything is bullshit with these two. But then again, Charles is an idiot if he allows this to go on. I honestly feel bad for William and Catherine to have to put up with his bullshit, because William's been doing what he could to, keep the monarchy in a positive place. And, well, all Charles has been doing it is taking a one big huge crap all over it. Uh, Goodness, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm highly disgusted by all of this. I'm grossed out. And when the news dropped yesterday, I'm like, maybe I should just wait a bit to see what's going on. But let's end off on this, because we remember this too. Because I didn't know that the Freedom flight that they took had a return ticket. Okay. Once again, notice how huge and dilated Harry's pupils are. Okay.
It's 6 a.m. on the 14th of March, and we are on the Freedom flight. We are leaving Canada, and we are headed to Los Angeles. Grandma's here.
Hi. Grandma's here. Grandma, you're calling that con artist grandma while you stuck the knife in the back of your real grandma, the queen? Huh? Grandma's here.
So busy with the current situation, thanks to another amazing friend who we've never met, but who believes in us and wants to help. It's
Oh, you
6 a.m.
piece of
on
garbage.
the
Trash. Absolute trash. You know what? I feel vindicated in a way too, because for a long time we said Charles can't be trusted. Charles is a shitty king. And guess what? Charles once again proves that he is a shitty king. And once you leave, we don't want no returns, okay? We don't want you coming back. Go elsewhere. Go off to a different island and live there, okay? Because we don't like you. We don't like you. Let's talk about all the money that they took from the Invictus Games. Let's talk about all the money that they not only owe Tyler Perry. What about Victoria Jackson? What about her, who gave Meghan money to start up Ask Never? Right? What about her? I thought they were besties. Just going around with their begging buckets out, just wanting handouts from everyone. While Harry and Meghan like to claim that they're philanthropists, they sure love mooching off of other people while never ever giving anything out themselves. Let's be honest. But anyways, my darlings, I'm going to get the hell out of here before I really say something that I regret. I hope those that are watching this, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel about this news and what's going on, and what kids. We better find out the truth about those phantom hostage children. And guess what? Harry and Meghan are still listed on the royal family website. Okay? All they've done is travel to places, cost people money, taxpayers' money. You think the UK taxpayers can afford paying for Harry and Meghan while they're being taxed out of the wazoo right now, paying for all the illegals and all of the crooked bullshit that's going on right now in their country? I feel bad for the people of the UK. Seriously, if this was like the 1800s, there would be a good old pitchfork hunt. You would see like the villagers out with their pitchforks, down with the king. Down with the king. Now it's like they're almost too afraid because, well, the government has constantly been, telling them that if they say what's actually on their minds, they're going to go to jail. And, well, it scared them. But I think that the UK people need to get up and fight against this bullshit that's going on. This is absolutely crazy. The king is ruining the UK, and bringing back Harry and Meghan, well, you might as well just light the whole monarchy on fire, okay? Throw the gasoline on it, throw the torch. Yeah. Also the US aid funds. Yeah, exactly. All of that. Remember how they closed down Archwell Foundation so quick with nothing? Where is everything? Where did all the money go? Oh, Meghan spent it on expensive PR just to be known as a woman who eats like a donkey and sticks her tongue out like a feral goat before she shoves food in her mouth. Okay. Meghan, I've always told you, it's food, not a cock. You don't need to lick it and get it wet before you shove it down your esophagus. But anyways, my darlings, I'm going to get going. I love you all so much. I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.